it all. It's not exactly what you could call my fault. But I couldn't answer when I asked myself. So you know, I turned right to my friends. They all said this was a terrible idea, but I gotta know if I sang of California, made up nights in Georgia, would you sing this back to me? Would you hear me finally?
Each year, Warped Tour hosts the ultimate Battle of the Bands for your city. Every year, hundreds of bands compete for one spot on the Ernie Ball stage at the local Warped Tour show in their area. This year, it's being held at the Verizon Wireless Center, Noblesville, and there's hundreds of bands competing. And last week, I brought you the band in the #1 position, Creating Constellation, and this year, IndieConcerts.com is bringing you the top 5 of our top 5 of the top 25. And today, we have for you the kids from Don't Call It a Comeback. I'm getting ready to go inside and listen to them practice, but in the meantime, why don't you listen to the interview they did with me in the office.
I'm Cody. I play guitar and sing.
My name is Kyle, and I play guitar. Okay, my name is Joe. I play drums, keep time, and be awesome.
I'm Cody. I play synth, guitar, sing, and whatever else when Cody feels lazy.
I'm Marvin, and I play bass.
Started with this, originally a band I was in broke up, and I had it. I was like, I'm done with this, I'm going to do my own thing. It was called Valiant Admiration. And I had just had it. I was going to do my own thing, and I was going to find kids to just play the music for me. Like, it was just going to be solely based around me. And I got together with some old friends. We started writing some of the songs, started taking them from acoustic songs I wrote in my closet, written from my closet, to like a full band thing. Kyle got in. And then a week before our first show, everybody else dropped off except for Kyle. They were like, I don't want to do this, I got football practice, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, you suck. And I had heard of Joe, and I called him up, and he had a weekend to learn all our songs, and then gradually, just through member changes, we found Cody and Marvin.
So how long has this full band been together?
This full band, less than a month. Yeah. But like the band Don't Call It a Comeback has been together since August.
Do you guys think together just through going to shows, or?
We've been best friends since the 7th grade, except for that little birthday.
We were still best friends. We just
were mad at each other, really mad at each other.
The first local show I ever went to actually was their old band, The Following Day, and then I met him.
Facebook or fans.
Well, it was through mutual friends and stuff. Like 2 years ago, went to a Fall Out Boy concert. Then he was in my old band, and then when I got in this band, we needed a synth player. I'm like, hey, he just bought a synth.
I played synth before.
Marvin was just actually recommended to us. I'd seen him around the scene. He played in bands before.
And I've been good friends with him since he was 14 as well. Yeah, when I found out he was in the band too, it's like awesome. I'm gonna contact them and see if I can get in.
How often do you guys practice? That's a good question.
We try once a week. Normally.
We're all just different areas. The only two members that even like live in the same, well, not necessarily live in the same area, but Joe and I go to the same school. As for that, everyone else is kind of scattered about. Yeah. So it's a little difficult sometimes to get practicing with like people's work schedules and then having to drive back and forth. So we don't practice as often.
The Wonder Years last spring when I started writing all these songs about this time. And it really just changed my, like, I had heard all these songs, just these bands singing about negativity and all this bad stuff happening to them. And here's a band that I found that was like, yeah, stuff sucks, but let's do something about it. And it just changed my entire life.
Cheat up, and we'll try to let us slow away.
And it just changed, it changed things for me, I guess. And so I really started looking up to them. And I had a few kids that were like, make sure if you go back there and meet them, to not be all like, dude, I'm one of your biggest fans. And I was like, screw that. I went back there and I was like, this band would not have happened if it wasn't for you. And I shook their hands. It was awesome for me, all the songwriting. But this new set, I've been writing more just lyrics and a couple guitar riffs, and then we kind of come together. Kyle's definitely stepped up and started writing some new stuff. So.
Most of the songs that I wrote are about him.
He was very mad at me at one point.
So you're gonna
songs are more personal. I think the ones we play now, a lot of it's about girls, kind of, but the ones I'm writing and the ones he's writing, they're very like not necessarily internal focused. Like this is about me, but it's more like let's all stand together and like change things.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed about.
Yeah, it's very.
On their Facebook at least.
Yeah, we're trying to. They're very personal, internal struggles, but also knowing that everybody else is going through it, and if we can do it together.
Not so much like personal internal struggles, like anything going on within us. It's just everything. Like it's stuff people can relate to. It's there's a lot of negativity.
Should I just give them like one of the lyrics? There's a lyric that we're writing that says, "This year's burned a hole in everybody. I watched all my friends give up and walk away. Deep breaths is what I'm telling everybody because this year's got to start looking up eventually." And that's one of our newest songs that we're working on. It's unnamed yet.
How did you guys find out about Warp Tour to people battle?
Like the Battle of the Bands thing?
Wasn't that me?
That was Cody.
I've done everything on the internet.
Yeah. Cody really takes over and does all that stuff because if I do it, I start getting mad and want to hit people.
So do you find out about it?
I just know there was always battle dance every year, and it was like, just find out when it starts. Signed up.
So did you guys? How long ago did you guys sign up for it?
First day since.
Wow.
We really didn't think, we thought we would be like, for a while there we were like, what, like 10 or something?
Yeah, we were
up
top
there.
10.
We've dropped to like 26 now, but like really that's better than I thought we would do.
As I checked, you were 25th, you might be 26 now.
I mean, given the fact that I personally hadn't promoted that whatsoever, and then I see that we're 16, I'm like, what?
Oh, we got a shot at this.
So she's like, start promoting this.
Yeah, I've been promoted for like 2 weeks straight.
It kind of every band has kind of slowed down. No one's been promoting it, so I think we got this 4 Year Strong show coming up, and I think we're gonna push it again. It kind of is the final push because I feel like a lot of guys they've stopped voting. It's not we can just kick it up there, but.
So then, what would it mean to you guys if you got to play Warp Tour?
Wow.
Yes,
I mean,
That would be great.
you mean from aside the fact that like a lot of our heroes are playing Warp Tour, I mean that would be pretty sweet. Like we had the pleasure of being able to play the Wonder Years a couple weeks, months back.
Yeah, that was back in February.
And
Yeah.
that was just amazing. And then knowing that the Wonder Years are going to be playing the Warp Tour, that's pretty sweet. But just all the bands that are going to be on Warp Tour, like we get to share, that day with them. And I mean, there's tons of people Warp Tour. It's going to be tons of people who are going to be walking by, even if they don't know us. Like, hey, these kids are really young. To be playing Warp Tour. So, it's still look really good.
I think just the idea of.
Sweet action, bro.
Well put, Kyle. Well put. Just getting to play for as many kids as possible, because that's what we'd rather. We're always playing parties and basement shows as much as we can because we just want to meet as many people as possible. So an opportunity like that to get to like just play.
Smooth movement class.
Just to play for a bunch of kids that don't have a clue who we are, that'd be rad. Because we have a tendency to have kids singing along by the end. So I mean, to take a crowd that doesn't know who you are at all, doesn't even remember your band name, and then at the end of it they're screaming the lyrics back, that's awesome. For lack of better.
It's awesome. It's rad.
It's rad.
It's super.
Don't
It's
say
stellar, bro.
adjective or pronoun. You know how many years of language I've failed?
Oh, that's
Great, Joe.
I love adjectives. I'm not kidding. I say adjectives.
We're gonna call it come back and we love adjectives.
We're gonna call it come back. Vote for us on Warp Tour.
This can't be won. No loss, no gain, no real harm done. I just want for you to be happy, even if it's not me. Who am I kidding? He's exactly what you need.